Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome to the fourth clip in a series of 9 clips about a flight I made in the Andes in August 2022, I think it was. The flight distance was 191.6, actually, I think, kilometers. It took in some lovely scenery, quite a variety of conditions, cumulus clouds at something like level with the mountaintop. Now, I think when I ended the third clip, we were heading towards some rather interesting sort of ridges and furrows that I was going to climb in. Looking at what's ahead of me now, I think I must have decided not to show whatever climbing I did there. I'm sure it went fine, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And for some reason, this was a bit more interesting. If we look, we're now 29 kilometers from the first turning point, and it's pretty much ahead of the nose. So it's most likely just the other side of that water, or somewhere over the other side of that water. We shall see. But ahead of us is another interesting, promising looking big kind of mountain ridge. And I'll need to be doing some climbing on that. And as you can see, there's cumulus cloud above it, as well as the ridge itself. And also, as I mentioned at the beginning of this series of clips, high up there, these kind of slightly melting ice looking clouds are lenticulars. So there's probably wave influence about. But on this flight, I'm not really trying to get into wave and do it that way, because I just whiz around the whole landscape at a huge altitude, kind of missing the involvement with it that you get when you mountain fly. But it might be contributing to some of the lift I get in certain situations when the lift appears to sort of be smooth and continuing, way out from the ridge, and rather higher than it. So just bear that in mind if you think, wow, these ridges are unrealistic. It could be that Condor is allowing a kind of a wave effect to come into it as well. Anyway, enough of all that. If I can just group for the pause button, we'll start this clip and get going. Right, off we go. Yeah, I'm reminded by my on-screen cues it's just a short clip, and it's here just to illustrate exploring lift that I assume was caused by one that might have been another. And it might have been interesting to do an exploration to see if it was wave lift, but I decided I wanted to stay in the influence of mountain lift, because that makes for a more interesting time. Having said that, wave lift can deliver huge seat as well as huge lift, so flying in wave is not all plain sailing, or plain sailplaning, by any means. So right, sit back and enjoy the ride. My narrative sounded a bit mechanical, but it's because I was reading from some on-screen cues that you can't see, but that pop up in my VR headset. So this looks a really lovely ridge. And let's see what we get out of it. Can't get 7,000 feet, so we must have done a bit of climbing in that last series of ridges that I haven't shown. Between this clip and the last clip, because I think we were about 6,000 feet then, so we've obviously gained over 1,000 feet somewhere. So in we come, straight into the good stuff, going into about 7,400. See how this goes. We're about the cloud views, really, aren't we, for these cumulus clouds. So powerful and smooth, and obviously deciding to circle in it quite happily. This is a good bit of it. Straightening up a little bit probably, so we get drifted back over the ridge. Lift is strong, so carry on pushing out here. Pretty much over the top of this cumulus cloud. You do really wonder whether some wave was involved in all this. So I can only think that whatever it was, I just used it to get a nice bit of height so I could safely go on my way. But I wanted to stay in contact with the mountains because I like the scenery. I mean, it's just a wonderful scenery on this flight. again, as I said before, I mean, I love the idea that there is a real landscape that looks like this, which I will never get to visit or fly over. But with this kind of virtual reality and landscape flying, I feel almost as though I'm there. And it's wonderful. How funny. I'm soaring away on top of this cumulus cloud. It's a good strong lift. In 1,000 feet now. And it looks as though I've decided that's plenty for now. Or does it? Yeah, I think so. I think I've decided just to crack on because there's plenty of good-looking slopes on track to the turning point. Yeah, and the turning point is obviously beyond the next series of bridges at least. So, all right, it's the end of that. A very short clip. So I think I just included that to show how good the climbs were on some of these ridges. Absolutely lovely stuff. And these gorgeous landscapes, you know. And that's the end of this clip. I won't dwell, not a lot to say. Lovely to see the cumulus just drifting across, just like in real life. And you've paused, all stationary in the sky. Great stuff. Right, okay. Like and subscribe if you want to be kept informed of other stuff going on. And this was the fourth clip, wasn't it? Yep. So look forward to seeing you in clip 5. Okay, bye for now.
I got a feeling so strong. Maybe some